What's up, you all? This is Derron here, and thank you for turning into another episode of my podcast called The Better Way Podcast. And today I just want to encourage someone that may be going through something that I need you to hold on. I know life may look dismal right now, and I know your challenges may seem insurmountable. I know you feel like you're going through some things that you can't make it through. But I want to remind you that you've made it thus far. And I truly believe that as long as you hold on, that you give God the opportunity in your life to do something for you, He will bless you. We all have a Job moment. So maybe right now you're in your Job moment. But if you remember quickly all the things that Job had to go through, that by the way, God allowed Job to go through the death, the losses, the financial situations, the doubt, the fear from other people that he loved, the betrayal that he had to deal with. Just think about in your life that if God can bless Job through all of that, He can bless you. So this podcast is just for those ones today that just need a gentle nudge just to keep going. My buddy, Stephen A. King, I'm going to give him his credit for this because he was the first one I heard say this. I don't think he originated the quote, but he is the first one I heard say it. He said that until there is no more breath in your body, God still has a purpose for you. As long as you are breathing, as long as you are moving, as long as there is life within you, God still has a purpose for you. So although you may be going through something and it may look so bad right now, I just want to come on this podcast to tell you you're going to make it. You're going to make it. And not only are you going to make it, but the test that you're going through right now, the Lord is going to use that for your testimony. I truly believe that the things that we go through are ordained and God can use those things to be a blessing to other people as He strengthens us through this race. You know, I just left the gym literally 30 minutes ago. And I hopped in the recording studio because I wanted to get this off my mind, off my chest, off my heart. This is not what I intended to talk about today. It really wasn't. But I put a post out on my social media feed and I said, today in the gym, I am showing up to fail. And I said, yes, you read that right. I am showing up to fail. Because it was one thing that I learned from the gym and my personal trainer that if you do not fail in the gym, if you do not push yourself in the gym, if you do not go after higher weights and use perfect form or a good form in the gym, you won't grow. In the gym, it is celebrated to fail. In the gym, you hear those people, in the gym, and you hear them dropping weight. At first, I used to think like, man, why are they doing all that? But now I understand that in some cases, some people are celebrating the fact that maybe they failed in that weight lift just the other day. But this day, they showed up and they made it happen. I made myself today go to the gym and I said, today I'm showing up to fail. I'm showing up to challenge myself. I'm showing up to get better. I'm showing up to make some personal best in my life about certain weights that I lift. And I did that. I failed on several occasions today, but I showed up with premeditated situational ship in my mind to do what I wanted to do because I wanted to grow up. I wanted to get better. Listen, I tell my leaders at work that we never get better if we're always at 100%. But you only get better in the curves of life, in the dips of the job, Because then you can see where you can measure some things in your life that you need to get better at. And I'm just letting you know, for someone who that makes sense to, maybe the gym for you is not the actual gym, but maybe the parallel to the story is this. You're going to fail. But every single time you show up, every single time you get up, every single time you get up and you brush the failure off, every single time that you make a decision to show up for yourself and make yourself better, just 1%, like Mr. Ed says, just 1% better every single day, you get stronger. And the things that used to hold you back, the things that you used to at not one time lift, the things that at one time were considered failures in your life, you will get better, you will get stronger, and you will overcome those things. And the things that used to hold you back won't hold you back no more. I don't know who this is connecting with today, but I feel it in my spirit to let you know that God didn't bring you this far to leave you. God got some things for you that He's waiting for you just to say yes, to raise your hand and say, okay, God, I surrender. What are we going to do? What are we going to do, God? Because it's on you. I want to show up. I'm going to do my part, God. So what are we going to do? And God said, did you remember how I blessed Job? Remember how Job lost everything? But in the end, what happened? He said, that's how I want to bless you, my friend. You see, I'm going to open up blessings that nobody can stop. I'm not just going to open up a door of blessings, but I'm going to peel back the roof of your house and allow things to shower down on you because you won't quit. So though something that you may be going after is a little slow in happening for you, don't quit. Don't quit on you. I don't know why the Lord changed what I've been working on all week to give you this, but trust me, He did less than 45 minutes ago. And I just felt the need to encourage you today that although you may be going through something, you've got some gifts inside of you. You got a treasure inside of you. You got something inside of you that the Lord is going to bring out of you in order to help influence, in order to help inspire and impact a generation. But it's starting because you're saying, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to face my challenges. I'm going to face my difficulties. I'm going to keep pushing through the rough times. I'm going to keep telling myself every single day that you are the head and not the tail. I'm going to keep telling myself every day that God loves me. I'm going to keep telling myself every day that what I'm going through is not going to be in vain. And every single day, make the decision to show up for yourself, because when you show up for yourself, you are not just showing up for the me in you. You are showing up for the inner you. And it takes the inner you showing up for you that allows you to defeat the enemy. Let me say it again. It takes the inner you showing up for you that gives you the power and the strength to defeat the enemy. Now, who's the enemy? The inner me. The person that is inside of me that's telling me I can't do it. The person that is inside of you that's telling you to give up. The person that's on the inside of you that's telling you you're not built like that. The person on the inside of you that wants to discredit everything that you know God has put in your spirit. The old African proverb says that if there is no enemy on the inside, then the enemy on the outside can do you no harm. Let me say it one more time. If there is no enemy on the inside of you, then the enemy on the outside of you can do you no harm. So I just want to encourage you to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep believing. If you got to find you a support circle, come on, man, find you a support circle. If you gotta reach out to a person that you know you can trust, and reach out to them. If you got some things that you got to deliver yourself from, then don't miss your exodus. Ask God to bless you. Oh my goodness. I'm just talking what I'm talking today because I'm supposed to. So don't give up. You keep pushing through. You keep believing. Don't allow the negativity in your mind. I wish you could see my shirt. My shirt says positive, and at the bottom it has mind, vibes, and life. Positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. I took a whole lot of work in me to get to this direction. It took a whole lot of work in, a whole lot of development, a whole lot of teaching, and some counseling sprinkled in to get to the fact where I do not allow my negative mindset to take over my positivity. A lot of work. And you can do that same work. I reference a lot what my mentor, Dr. Kareem Ellis, says. It says, D, not only do you have to be strong in your mental, but every now and then you got to give yourself a mental bodyguard. What? Look. Not just a mental bodyguard, D, but every now and then you got to give yourself a mental yard sale. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and we was texting. I said, buddy, what are you doing today? He said, man, me and the wifey are doing a yard sale. Listen, sometimes there's some things in your mind that you have to pull out. Kicking and fighting and screaming. You got to pull out you and that mental bodyguard and put those negative thoughts on the curve of your life. Put a piece of tape on it and say, free. You can have it. I don't want it. Because I'm replacing that negativity with a positive mind, with positive vibes, with positive life. My friend, I need you to survive. I need you to make a decision that you are not going to quit. Because ain't no quitter in you. Keep pushing through. Remember, there's always a better way. And thank you for listening to my podcast. Thank you.